Welcome to the first real lecture in our journey to becoming ISO 27001 lead implementers. Now we're kicking things off with the basics, because before we can start designing an information security program, we first need to understand what we're protecting. So let me ask you this. What is information and why should we treat it like an asset? We're about to find out. Now let's start with a great quote by Peter Sondergaard, former Senior Vice President at Gartner. He said, "Information is the oil of the 21st century, and analytics is the combustion engine." With the rise of AI, this quote couldn't be more relevant today. Just like oil powered the industrial age, information fuels today's digital economy. Everything, decisions, strategies, even innovation depends on it. In fact, information is now so valuable, it's often one of the most critical assets an organization owns. And that's exactly why protecting it has become so important. Now that we understand how valuable information is, let's take a look at the different forms it can take. This is important because how we protect information often depends on what form it's in. First, we have digital information. This is probably what comes to mind first. Data stored on laptops, servers, cloud systems, or mobile devices. It's fast to access, easy to share, and essential for modern businesses. But because it's so easy to move around, it also needs strong protection, from passwords all the way to encryption. Next, we have information in material form. This is information that's stored in a tangible format, like printed documents, handwritten notes, or paper records. For example, a printed contract, a hard copy of a financial report, or an employee file stored in a folder. These aren't as easy to access remotely, but they can still be lost, stolen, or even damaged. So things like locked cabinets and controlled office access matter here. Next up, we have information in unrepresented form. This includes ideas, know-how, or expertise that hasn't been documented yet. It exists only in people's heads. The problem is, when someone leaves the organization, that knowledge can walk out the door with them. That's why knowledge sharing and documentation are key, to turn that know-how into a real asset the organization can retain and protect. Remember, only information in digital and material form really belongs to an organization. As you can see, we rely on information more than ever before. And with that reliance comes greater risk. Simple mistakes, unexpected accidents, or targeted attacks can cause serious issues like data loss, service outages, or even reputational damage. And this is where ISO 27001 comes in, an international standard that describes how to establish, implement, and maintain an information security management system with the objective of protecting the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. I'm really excited to welcome you to this journey in becoming a lead implementer for the ISO 27001 standard. We've just taken our very first steps by understanding why information is such a valuable asset and why protecting it matters more than ever. In the next lessons, we'll dive deeper into the fundamentals of information security, laying the foundation for understanding ISO 27001. Let's get started.